I guess has to be the first night I noticed something was off, really off. Not just the usual hospital weirdness like the flickering lights or the way the hallways smell like bleach and regret all the time. I'd been working as a janitor at St. Mary's for about 6 months. Third shift, the graveyard shift, 11 at night to 7 in the morning. And you get used to the quiet, the way the place hums with this low, constant buzz from the machines and the vents, like the building's alive and breathing. But that night, it wasn't just quiet, it was heavy, like the air was pressing down on me. And I remember pushing my cart down the east wing, the one they don't use much anymore since they built the new addition, and I heard it. This faint tapping, like someone's knuckle on glass, but there's no one around. Just me in the empty patient rooms with their curtains pulled back and their beds stripped down to the plastic mattresses. I stopped, right there in the middle of the hallway, my mop handle creaking in my hand because I was gripping it too tight. And I listened, and it kept going. Tap, 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 steady. Not fast, not slow, just this deliberate little rhythm. And I thought maybe it's a pipe. Old buildings like this. They make noises, they settle, they groan. But this wasn't a groan, it wasn't random, it was too perfect, too intentional, and I started walking toward it, slow, my sneakers squeaking on the linoleum, and the sound got louder, clearer, coming from room 312, which was supposed to be empty, always empty, because they don't put patients in the east wing unless the main floors are overflowing, and they weren't that night. I checked the logs later, just to be sure. So I get to the door, and it's one of those heavy hospital doors with a little square window at the top, and the tapping stops, just cuts off, like whatever was making it knew I was there. And I'm standing there, heart thumping in my chest, telling myself it's nothing, it's just the job getting to me. You see weird stuff when you work nights. Shadows move funny. Your eyes play tricks, but I look through the window anyway, because I'm an idiot, I guess. And the room's dark, pitch black, except for this little glint, this tiny flicker of light, like something shiny catching the glow from the hallway. And I swear it moved, just a little, like it shifted position. And I yanked my head back so fast I almost tripped over my own feet, because there's no way anything's in there. But I couldn't shake it, that feeling, like I'd just seen something I wasn't supposed to. I didn't go in, not then. I just kept moving, pushed my cart down the hall, told myself I'd check it later, maybe with a flashlight, maybe with someone else, but the rest of the shift was normal. Boring even, just mopping floors and emptying trash cans. And by the time 7 rolled around and the morning crew started trickling in, I'd almost convinced myself it was nothing, just my imagination running wild. Because hospitals are creepy, everyone knows that. You don't need ghosts to make them feel wrong. It's all the death soaked into the walls, all the pain. But I couldn't stop thinking about that glint, that little shimmer in the dark. Next night, I'm back. Same shift, same routine, and I'm avoiding the east wing, sticking to the main floors, the ER, the ICU, places where there's noise, people, life. But around 3 in the morning, I'm in the break room, eating a sandwich, and the lights flicker. Not a big deal. Happens all the time, old wiring. But they flicker again, and then they go out just for a second, and when they come back on, I hear it tap, tap, tap right outside the door, and I freeze, bread halfway to my mouth, because the break room's on the second floor, nowhere near 312, nowhere near the east wing, and there's no glass out there, just a solid wall and a vending machine, but it's the same sound, exact same rhythm, and I sit there, waiting, listening, and it stops, just like before, and I'm telling myself, it's a coincidence. It's nothing, but my hands are shaking when I grab my card and head back out. I don't know why I went to 312 again. I didn't plan to, I swear. But my feet just took me there, like something was pulling me. And this time the doors cracked open, just an inch. And I know I didn't leave it like that. I know no one else was up here, because I'd been watching the elevators, listening for the footsteps, and it's just me, always just me on this floor. And I push the door, slow, the hinges creaking, and the room's still dark, but there's that glint again. Stronger this time, and I flip on my flashlight, sweep it across the walls, the bed, the corners, and it lands on the window, the big one facing the parking lot, and there's nothing there, nothing at all, but the tapping starts again, right behind me, and I spin around, beam shaking in my hand, and the room's empty, completely empty, but the sound's coming from the bed, from under it, and I don't want to look, but I do. I drop to my knees, shine the light, and there's nothing, just dust and a couple of old IV tubes, but the tapping's louder now, insistent, like it's mad I'm not finding it. I bolted. I'm not ashamed to say it. I ran out of there, left my cart, left everything, just hauled ass to the main floor. And I didn't tell anyone, because what was I gonna say? I heard a ghost tapping in an empty room. They'd laugh me out of the job, but it didn't stop. It kept happening, night after night. That tapping, always in different places. The supply closet, the morgue, the cafeteria. Always when I was alone. Always stopping when I got too close. And I started noticing other things. Little things. Like the trash cans I'd empty would be full again an hour later. Same stuff. Bloody gauze. Used syringes. Stuff that shouldn't be there. And the mirrors. Oh God. The mirrors in the bathrooms. I'd catch something in them. Just for a second. A shadow. A shape. Never clear. Never enough to be sure. But it was always behind me. Always watching. One night, I'm in the basement, mopping near the old incinerator. The one they don't use anymore since they switched to biohazard bins, and the tapping's there, loud, echoing off the concrete, and I'm done. I'm so done. I yell out, "What do you want? Just leave me alone." And it stops, dead silence. And then there's this smell, this sharp, sour stench, like rotting meat and burnt hair, and I hear something else. Not tapping, but a scrape, like nails on metal, and it's coming from the incinerator, this big, rusted hulk of a thing, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. But I opened it, pried the door with a crowbar I found down there, and inside, there's this pile of ash, gray and powdery, but it's wet, sticky, and there's something in it, something hard. And I reach in, stupid, so stupid, and pull out a bone, a little one, like from a finger maybe, charred but not all the way. And I drop it, and the scraping stops, and the tapping starts again, right behind my head, and I turn, and there's nothing, but I feel it, this cold, this weight, like someone standing there, breathing on me. I quit after that. I couldn't take it. I told my supervisor I was sick, family emergency, whatever, and I walked out, but it didn't stop. I'd hear it at home. Tap, tap, tap on my windows, my walls, and I'd see that glint, that little shimmer in the corner of my eye, and I started digging because I had to know, I had to understand, and I found out St. Mary's used to be bigger, way back, before the renovations. And the East Wing, it wasn't just storage, it was the old psych ward. Shut down in the 70s after some scandal, patients disappearing, staff too, no records, just rumors. And they burned stuff, covered it up, and I think whatever's in there, it's still there, still waiting, and it found me, it picked me, and I don't know why, I don't know what it wants, but I can't sleep. I can't close my eyes without hearing it. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm scared. I'm so scared. Because last night, I felt it. Not just the sound, but a touch. Cold fingers on my neck. And I don't know how much longer I can keep running. So I'm sitting there in the break room, right? It's like 2 a.m, and I've got my mop bucket next to me. The water's all gray and murky from the hallways I've already scrubbed, and I'm just trying to catch my breath for a sec. 'Cause this job, man, it wears you down. Not the cleaning itself, but the quiet, the way the school feels like it's holding its breath when everyone's gone. I've been a janitor here for what, 6 months maybe? It's one of those big old high schools, you know, the kind built back in the 70s, with those long, flickering fluorescent lights, and the linoleum floors that creak even when you're not stepping on them. And I'm used to the late shifts by now. I mean, I don't love them, but it's steady cash, and I don't have to deal with people. Just me, and the mop, and the hum of the vending machine in the corner. But tonight feels off. I can't explain it yet. It's like the air's thicker or something, heavier. And I'm just sitting there sipping this awful coffee from the machine. It tastes like burnt rubber, but it keeps me awake. And I'm thinking about how I've got the South Wing left to do, the science labs and the gym, and I'm dreading it. 'Cause the South Wing's always been weird. I don't know how else to say it. It's just got this vibe like it's watching you. Like the shadows move a little too slow when you turn your head. Anyway, I finish my coffee, crumple the cup, toss it in the trash, grab my cart, and start rolling it down the hall. The wheels squeaking 'cause one of them's busted and I keep meaning to fix it but never do, and the sound echoes. Right? It's loud in that empty space. Bounce, bounce, bounce off the lockers, and I'm heading toward the South Wing. The lights are dim 'cause they're on some energy-saving timer after midnight. Just enough to see where you're going, but not enough to feel safe. And I'm passing the trophy case. All those little gold statues staring out with their blank eyes. and I swear sometimes it feels like they're turning their heads to watch me go by. But I shake it off. I always shake it off. It's just the late hours messing with me. That's what I tell myself. 'Cause what else am I gonna do? Quit? I need this gig. So I get to the south wing, push through the double doors, and it's colder here, I notice. That right away, not like a draft, but like the cold's coming up from the floor, seeping through my sneakers. And I'm thinking maybe the heat's off down here. They're always cutting corners to save a buck. But it's not just that. It's quiet too. Quieter than the rest of the building, like the hum of the lights just stops at the threshold. And I'm standing there for a sec, my cart's still, and I realize I'm holding my breath. I don't know why. It's just instinct. And then I hear it, this little sound, faint, like a tap, coming from down the hall near the science labs. And my first thought is pipes, old buildings like this. The plumbing's always rattling or dripping or something. So I start walking toward it, slow, my cart creaking along, and the tapping gets louder, more deliberate, like someone's knocking on something. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's a leak, maybe I've got to call maintenance in the morning, but then it stops, just cuts out, and I stop too, right in front of Lab 3, the one with the big glass windows looking in from the hall, and it's dark inside, pitch black, but I've got my flashlight because the overheads in there are a motion sensor, and I don't feel like tripping over a stool or whatever. I shine the light in, sweep it across the room, and it's just what you'd expect. Lab tables, sinks, those weird posters about the periodic table. But then the beam catches something, this shape in the corner, and my heart does that thing where it skips, 'cause it looks like a person just standing there, head down, arms at their sides, and I freeze. I'm like, no way someone's in here. The school's locked up tight. I checked the doors myself when I started my shift, but I blink and look again, and it's gone. The corner's empty, just a coat rack or something. I don't know. And I laugh, this shaky little laugh. 'Cause I'm spooking myself over nothing, right? It's just the shadows, just my brain playing tricks, but my hands are sweaty now. I can feel it on the flashlight, and I decide I'm not mopping in there tonight. I'll hit it tomorrow, daylight, when it's not so creepy. But as I turn to go, I hear it again. And it's not coming from the lab this time, it's behind me, further down the hall toward the gym. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll check it out. 'Cause if it's a busted pipe and I ignore it, I'll be the one they blame when the place floods. So I start walking, my cart's squeaking, my shoes are squeaking. Everything's too loud and I hate it, and the tapping keeps going. Steady, like it's waiting for me, and I get to the gym doors, these big heavy metal ones with the little wire glass windows, and I peek through, shine my light, and the gym's huge. It's got that cavernous feel, the bleachers all folded up, the basketball court gleaming under the faint emergency lights, and I don't see anything. No pipes, no leaks, nothing. But the tapping's louder now. It's in there, I'm sure of it. Like someone's hitting the floor with a stick or something. I push the door open, just a crack at first, and the sound stops again. Dead silence. And I'm standing there, one hand on the door, one hand on my flashlight, and I'm thinking maybe I should just leave, clock out early, say I got sick or something. But I don't. I step inside, 'cause I'm an idiot, I guess, and the door swings shut behind me. Loud, bangs like a gunshot, and I jump, spin around, shine the light, but it's just the door, just me being jumpy. And I take a breath, try to calm down, and that's when I hear the laugh, this low, raspy chuckle. Like someone's been smoking for 50 years, and it's coming from the bleachers, up high. And I whip the light over there, and I see him. I swear to God I see him. This guy, this old guy, sitting up there, legs dangling off the edge, just staring down at me. And he's got this uniform on, like mine, janitor's uniform. But it's old, faded, like it's been washed 1,000 times. And his face, I can't even describe it, it's all wrong. Too pale, too still, like a mask almost. And he's grinning. This big, slow grin. And I'm like, who the hell are you? I say it out loud, my voice all shaky. Who the hell are you? But he doesn't answer. He just laughs again, that raspy sound. And then he's gone, like he blinks out. 1 second he's there and the next he's not. And I'm standing there, heart pounding so hard I can hear it in my ears. And I'm thinking I'm losing it. I've got to be losing it. I back up, fast, hit the door with my shoulder, fumble it open, and I'm out in the hall again. My cart's still there, tipped over now, 'cause I must have knocked it when I bolted, and I don't care. I just leave it. I'm running now, down the hall, past the labs, past the trophy case, and I don't stop till I'm back in the break room, door locked, lights on, sitting there with my head in my hands, trying to breathe, trying to figure out what just happened. And I'm telling myself it wasn't real. It was the coffee, the late night, the shadows. But I know what I saw, I know what I heard, and I'm shaking. I can't stop shaking, and my phone's buzzing. It's my boss, probably wondering why I'm not done yet, but I don't answer. I can't. I just sit there till the sun comes up, till the first teachers start rolling in. And even then, I don't feel safe. I don't feel right. So the next day I'm back, 'cause I need the job, right? I can't just walk away. But I'm on edge. I'm watching every corner, every shadow, and I ask around, casual like, hey, any weird stories about this place? And one of the older teachers, Mrs. Carter, she's been here forever. She looks at me funny and says, yeah, there's a story. Back in the 80s, some janitor, guy named Harold, he worked the night shift, quiet guy, kept to himself. But one night, he just didn't clock out. They found him in the gym, heart attack or something, dead on the bleachers. And they say he never left, say he's still here, still doing his rounds. And I laugh when she tells me, try to play it off, but inside I'm cold. 'Cause that laugh, that uniform, that face, it's him. I know it's him, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if he's mad I'm here, if he wants me gone, or if he's just messing with me 'cause he can. But I keep working. I keep coming back, and every night I hear it. Faint, somewhere in the south wing, and sometimes I see him out of the corner of my eye, just standing there, watching, grinning, and I don't know how much longer I can take it. I don't know if he's waiting for me to slip up, to join him or something, but I'm still here, still mopping, still listening to that damn tapping, and I don't know if I'll ever get out.